Okay, nerds, welcome to another Vintage video. Today we're playing Standstill in Vintage. Blue-white Standstill. Whenever a player casts a spell, sacrifice Standstill, and each that player's opponents draw 3 cards. So the aim of our deck is to neutralize the board and then play a Standstill. That way, whenever our opponent does anything, we'll get the 3 cards. But obviously we also need to be able to win through the Standstill without breaking it ourselves. To do that, we have got an Urza's Saga and 2 Timeless Dragons. There are kill conditions when there's a standstill in play, so if our opponent just decides to do nothing, we have offensive measures, right? The reason I'm playing this is because the other day at work, I thought, hang on a minute, Saga's been restricted. Saga was a big reason why you just couldn't play standstill, right? If you go back a while, there was a Discover list for a while. I think it was Discover had a standstill Lurrus deck that looked super cool. I think it was them. I might be wrong. But that didn't stick around. I think a big problem was that Urza Saga meant that every single deck in the format could beat you through a standstill. Now that that's restricted, and we've got 5 strip mines for the opponent's restricted Urza Saga, we can now consider their Saga in check, right? We're not just going to get dinked on with a standstill in play. So that's the idea. But why would you put things in a Lurrus shell when you can play Jace the Mind Sculptor? Yeah, Jace, as we all know, is much better, much more powerful than Lurrus. And if you're going to have a cool win condition, then why not pitch it to Force of Will, right? This is why Jace is better than Lurrus. Lurrus is in your sideboard, and when you buy it into your hand, it's still not blue. Jace in your deck already, and you can just draw it and pitch it to Force. Fantastic stuff. To round out the deck, we've got a selection of counter magic here. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something from the 1-drop slot. I'm not sure what. We've got a couple of Saga targets in Soul Ring and top, and we've got 4 plows for all those frogs and stuff. 1 disenchant because why not? 2 Snapcaster Mages, which can just keep the cards playing, keep the permission in there, get another plow, and yeah, it's just pure blue-white controls, really. Library of Alexandria, Caracas, a couple of utility lands, 1 Meticulous Archive. What am I missing from the 1-drop slot? I don't know, I don't care. So yeah, blue-white land still, or standstill. Yeah. I didn't go quite as deep as considering things like moat. Well, no, that's not true. I did go deep enough to consider them. I didn't go deep enough to register them. Post board, we've got 4 ley lines, 4 containment priests, a tabernacle, and a needle. This is obviously quite a massive dredge package, but this is also, these 5 in the middle here, these also will come in against your Oath of Druids, right, to kill Okos and Oath. We've also got Path to Exile for Bowmasters, Frogs, Mono White, a Flusterstorm for Doomsday, and then 3 Null Rods for Shops and Duel and that sort of nonsense. So, pretty nice sideboard. Could probably be different. Obviously, this isn't, there are no stock lists. This is just what I came up with whilst I was trying to not think about my job. So, I'll see you down for round 1. Okay, we're gaming, winning die rolls. We're on the play, round 1. So let's see what our opponent's got. This hand looks pretty woeful. They've got a Lurrus. They've not got any lands. That's the good thing, right? But I don't think this is a... Turn 1, tapped Archive. You go play a Psychic Frog and we die? Yeah, no, I don't think we can do that. Let's go to 6. And this. This is great. Now you can play a turn 1 Psychic Frog and I'll just plow it. Okay. This is gaming. I don't know what we put on the bottom. Maybe it's just the plow though. Now that I said all that. Or is it just basic planes? I quite like basic planes going back actually. Fetch Tundra, upkeep Ancestral ourselves. Force that through pitching Brainstorm. Draw too many lands, flood out, cast a Snapcaster Mage. I like that a lot. What a game plan. Let's put planes back. It might be greedy. But it's so likely that our Ancestral resolves, right? So likely. How likely is it I draw another land though? That's the next question. So I could just fetch Basic Island just to not get wasted on turn 1. I'm going to get the Tundra though. I'm not sure about any of that. Ancestral, and I think Brainstorm's the pitch on it. That's easy. Straight into a library. Straight into a library on 7. That's so cool. Yeah, you've got a Mox Jet. They've revealed a Lurrus, by the way. So that's there. And they've got a Bauble. And they've got a Bauble. They've got a Psychic Frog. Oh, Time Walk. Okay, cool. Yeah. 3 cards. Now you draw a bunch back. So it'll be like 6 cards after a draw step. Wow, what a start. What a start. It's like a build your own ancestral, isn't it? Cool. So opponent gets an extra turn. They draw 2 cards now. And they draw a card for their draw step. So they're up to 6 cards in hand. Didn't feel like fighting there because I've got the library that we're going to be on to. That's a Wasteland on my Tundra. And a Vexing Bauble. Okay. And it's my turn. So I get to draw up to 8. I get to play a library and pass the turn. They did miss a land drop there. So that's interesting. No, they didn't. They wasted me, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry, they wastelanded me. Oh, they got another one. Oh, so now to get it wasted and bowmanned. We get a card out of this one, they get a point of damage. Oh no, they get nothing. And they're going to probe me paying mana. Oh yeah, they have to pay mana, sure. I feel like we're quite far behind. Our opponents just like plowed through their deck really quite effectively. We get a Tundra, so let's just play a Tamiyo because that puts us back down to 7 cards. If it gets pushed, then we'll put it into the graveyard, that's fine. We've got 2 plows. And they can't counter stuff through their own Bauble. I didn't play Vexing Bauble in this deck. It's one of those things, when I was playing Lurrus Saga during the Vexing Bauble Saga period, I really wasn't massively impressed with the Bauble to the point that in my last challenge with it, I did actually decrease the Baubles to 0 and got the same result as before, sort of thing. That's, you know, super low, like, evidence-y stuff, but... Okay, opponent buys a Lurrus. And we get to make a clue. Yeah, we'll just play Caracas and then attack with Tamiyo. Opponent can go Lurrus, get my Mishra's Bauble countered and pass the turn back to us. I think that's fine. And then I imagine I cycle a Timeless Dragon unless something heinous happens, you know? So they DT, which I can't do anything about, so I'll watch them DT. This is DT. What do you DT for here? Well, air, okay. So I'll cycle the Timeless Dragon, get that in the graveyard. Maybe they DT'd for Wasteland or Strip Mine. I'll get the actual Factual Tundra. Because I think mana's going to be good coming up soon. They got an Ancestral. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I don't think of this shit, but... So I've got a Tundra. I'm pretty happy with having a Tundra, actually. So I've got Brainstorm Shuffle. I've got a Caracas. We can plow their Lurrus the moment they try and put it into play. I think we're chilling. I think we're chilling quite nicely, actually. I know I've got all this card draw that I can tap out for and stuff, but it doesn't seem massively necessary when we're just staring at each other. They've got a Caracas too. I wonder if I Caracas their Lurrus, will they respond and Caracas their Lurrus? I remember my friend doing that when Path to Exile first came out. We're like in Shard Complex Standard, right? And I passed their creature, and then they responded and passed their creature. Because at the time, we were still playing at the point where, you know, you haven't read the card properly and you thought the person who cast it, yeah, so bauble triggers. We thought the person who cast it would get the land sort of thing, but no. Anyway, opponent gets a bauble countered, just reordering their graveyard there. What do we want to do? Just double plow Lurrus or just bounce Lurrus? None of it. I think we'll just go Snap Ancestral. Snap Ancestral, flip our Tamiyo. Alright, plow my Tamiyo, sure. This is a really aggro plow because you're giving up the Lurrus. So it's really hard to do that. You've just got to give me the Tamiyo, right? It's either I don't have a Tamiyo Planeswalker and you don't have a Lurrus, or I've got a Tamiyo Planeswalker and you do have a Lurrus. Oh, or it could just be crack the Vexing Bauble, draw a card, and then plow my Tamiyo. Okay, well, I mean, that's so fantastic for us, right? I'm going to draw 3 cards and you won't have a Lurrus. And the fundamental flaw of my blue-white control deck is neutralized in that I don't have a Lurrus. So let's plow this nerd first and foremost. Get that Uta here. Thank you. Do we want to brainstorm? I imagine so. It looks fun, doesn't it? Do we even need to? Can we just play Standstill? Maybe we can just go. I don't know. I've got too many options. Alright, so we can brainstorm, fetch, play Standstill. That sounds fun. But I'm actually quite happy having Plow, Cruise, Force. Maybe one of my forces is over the top. The other option is you can just slam a Standstill and Wasteland their Caracas. I mean, who's putting Legends in play in this match now? It's just a Plains, right? It's just a non-basic Plains. So I think we'll just go with play Flooded Strand, cast Brainstorm. I think I will Brainstorm. Maybe put the negation back. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's a Jace. Put back negation and Jace, I guess. And I've got Treasure Cruise. Consign. Yeah, no, this looks fine. So those two go back. And now we can fetch up yet another Tundra, I guess. Yeah. And cast a Standstill. And I don't know, we've won, right? Standstill. I've got the threat. Oh, I didn't attack. Never mind. Maximize the time Standstill's in play. And we've also got access to 2 more dragons if we want it. But they're quite incentivized to crack the Standstill now, right? Yeah. So I get my 3 cards. One of them's a Standstill. Another one's a Jace. And I wonder how long they'll sit on this bauble for. So they eat the dragon. I've got another one. I've also got a 2/1 here, which is pretty big in the grand scheme of no creatures in play. So we could just get to Wastelanding next turn if we want to. Or we can... What else can we do? There's a good chance Snapcaster Mage gets eaten by a Bowmaster here, so I think we'll start off there. It's just a plough. Okay. So let's waste them. Let's waste their C, I guess. No, that still gives them all the mana. What if we just cast Jace? Cast Jace. Spell Pierce your Spell Pierce. +2 onto you. Yeah, this looks great. I'm quite into casting Jace, actually. That's mostly what we're here for, you know? They'll have some counter spell. That one's not a great one to cast right now, if I'm honest with you. That's tough. That is tough. This is where you register for 0 baubles. Just 0 risk of you being able to make that play. And now we've got Jace. Do we want to brainstorm headfirst into the Bowmaster? Probably not. I think we can just take a look at what they're drawing. And they've got an Underground C. Congrats. No, I won't use Jace's ability. You can have a C. And I've got to do some discarding now. Unless they play a Bowmaster now, at which point I can get a plough out of my hand. And then probably just... Do we want to discard a dragon? Maybe discarding a dragon's fine. I know it's discarding it into the Soul Guide Lantern, but I don't really care. Oh no, it's not discarding it into the Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, that's fine. You've got it. And I'll discard a Force Negation and a Timeless Dragon. So then next turn we can Dragon into Standstill. And that is gameplay, that is. So looks like a dig through time. And I can't fight the dig through time because they're still holding the Vexing Bauble in play. They've dug, obviously they've got a land drop to give. They've dug in a mana to, well, they had to dig like this. But they can still cast Bowmaster is what I'm saying. Maybe they have to take a blue card to cast a frog though. And we've got 2 Snapcasters in our deck today, so one of them is dead. I just don't need more cards, guys. This is the issue, right? So, what if we just cast Standstill now? Does that get the Bowmaster in response? Nope. Let's just take to the skies. That's what Jace does, right? We've got cards. Lotus. Okay, you can have a Lotus. We've got clue tokens coming out of our ears as well. And you've got to crack that bauble at some point, haven't you? Do you want to get? Are you going to get a 3rd spell countered by the bauble? No. Yeah, you are. Okay. Okay then. I feel pretty good. At some point they're going to deploy a frog or a Bowmaster. And we're going to have to come up with something. If they've got any like non-creature spells to play, we've got Hardcast Force Negation, or we've got Consign, or we've got Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is kind of losing its vibes at the moment, but it's not too much of a drama, I don't think. So that's a Psychic Frog. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Oh, here comes the Bowman in response, and I'm going to draw 3 cards. Welcome to Standstill. It's quite the card. Yeah, cool. I get my 3 cards before the Bowman comes in. Bowman resolves. I might consign this trigger actually. So let's consign that. Oh, this, sorry. Consign your Orcish Bowmaster. Trigger. They've got some nonsense to play. Flusterstorm. Sure, bro. It's fine. And then... So Jace is going to take some damage, basically. A point of damage. Okay. Standstill, I can't sacrifice this time, so I won't draw the 3 cards. And then the frog resolves. Both their creatures get ploughed, a token gets unsummoned, and then we will draw another standstill. Do we want to do all of that now, or do we want to crack a clue? I guess I need to plough the frog in advance, don't I? We know they're holding a Black Lotus. Let's exile these guys. See you later. Get out of here. Could cruise. Probably want to brainstorm first. Get rid of some of this pitch counter magic. Negation can go. Actually, I quite like the negation. Maybe just like Wasteland and the Force of Will. Fetch an island. And do we want to cruise? Do we want to dig? Do we just want to play dragon? I think we can cruise, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one. And then, yeah, we'll cast a Soul Ring off of Caracas. I'm having the actual time of my life. This is insane. What now? What now? What now do we do? 9 cards. They're all permission. Just put a Timeless Dragon into play. They've got 3 cards. Let's kill your Caracas. That's all I can do. I've run out of mana. Opponent's got 3 cards. We've got 46. Let's discard Jace and Negation. Man, I'm just clicking buttons. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we've drawn so many cards off standstills. This is exactly what I signed up for. Oh, it's time for the Vexing Bauble to go. And Vexing Bauble did a good job, right? It did counter 2 spells in its time in play, so. And then they've got a frog. Oh no, Snapcaster Mage. What do you snap in this spot? Time Walk. Can't imagine that's particularly fun. Let's force the Snapcaster Mage and pitch the Force of Will? No, that can't be right. It's got to be dig through time, hasn't it? Or do I need to snap anything? Do I need to counter anything? Like, they've got 3 cards. If they get Ancestral, I can fight Ancestral twice. It's just good sense to. It's just good sense to fight this first, isn't it? They've got the Fluster, maybe. Yeah, they've got Flusterstorm, and now I just kill their Ancestral with the Spell Pierce. Yes, they get a creature into play, but oh no. So, and if they go land time, well, I think I just played the Tarn though, so I don't think it can do that. Whatever they go for, because they've got plows in their graveyard as well. They're going for a plow rather than ancestral. That's interesting to me, actually. So we'll be killing their Tundra next turn. We'll Spell Pierce this. No, thank you. They've got 2 cards. I mean, I've only got 4 now, but I also have a Jace, which is fantastic. They've got a Black Lotus, fantastic for you. And we're going to brainstorm. And that's how we'll start our turn. I might even just be in the market for like, I probably shouldn't have played that if I'm going to brainstorm. I might even be in the market for just hard casting a Force of Will. Oh, I didn't have it. So, I don't need Island. I don't need Lotus. I will dig through time, exiling some nonsense from my graveyard. I've got 22 cards in my deck. I'm about to see a third of my entire remaining deck. Some play, some stuff. Let's just go Time Walk Standstill, I think. No, it's not Sapphire. Time Walk, and then we'll strip their Tundra. And attack for 4 in the sky. And this is it, 20 cards left. I've outdrawn them. I can like disenchant a Lotus. I think I'll just crack 2 clues actually. Just get our cards back. I'm only playing the 1 Tamiyo. I think you could play 2 maybe, I don't know. Just brainstorm with Jace. Put back the Meticulous Archive and one of the Wastelands. I'm happy to draw a Wasteland next turn, so I'm just going to kind of just go up their mana here. 7 cards. Jace takes 3 on the crackback. But if I'm playing Standstill, it's not very good, is it? Oh well, okay, so maybe we don't play Standstill, maybe we just counter every single spell they play for the rest of the game. That also probably works, doesn't it? As a Saga. Unlikely. An unlikely card for them to have. Cool. Into the graveyard, and then sink into Stupor, target my Timeless Dragon. How do we feel about that? What does that do for kill conditions? I'm pretty low on kill conditions at that point, aren't I? This Jace is, I've got this Jace and then a Snapcaster Mage. Let's just mind break that, I guess. I have a Jace and a Dragon, and I'm not willing for either of those facts to be disputed. So they both come at Jace. Jace falls to 3. So maybe we'll just like put ourselves behind the Standstill and just plus Jace for the rest of the game. Can I cast Lorien? I mean, I can cast Lorien. I know I can cast Lorien. I think I can. What's Jace's minus? Minus 12. Like, if they Jace, can they outlast me? Let's just plus it then. They've got Strip Mine on top of their deck. That's fine. I'm just wondering if I was to try and kill them with Jace, would they outlast me? Which I think they might. So I think I've got to kill them with the Dragon, and the Dragon is all that matters then. So we'll draw some cards. We'll probe them. They can kill our Jace at some point, that doesn't matter. Got a Mox Pearl. Let's play Standstill because I'm winning this race on the ground as well. I've got 11 cards, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. They've drawn a Strip Mine which doesn't do anything. I've only got 9 minutes left on my clock, which is like the downside here, right? Of this idea of playing standstills. They hit Jace. I'll play an Archive. Saga will wrap this one up nice and quick, actually. Dragon in for 4. Jace can just bounce this. I'm not too fussed about them drawing cards. I'm not too fussed about anything, I don't think. I think I just have to execute the game ending. They draw a card. They kill my Jace. We're going to have to draw our Saga quite quickly. I've got 10 cards. No, I know I'm drawing my Saga right now, but we're going to have to draw our Saga quite quickly in the game that we win in game 2. Opponent falls to 3. Oh, this was such a cool game though, right? We activated library. We triggered. I think Standstill triggered 3 times this game. We cast a disenchant in a game of Vintage. We activated many modes of Jace. This was great. What a great journey out for us. Cool, cool, cool. You've got some stuff. I've got 9 cards in my deck at the end of that game. I'm very pleased about it. They've got an Orcish Bowmasters, which can resolve. I don't care about bowmen. They're just making me click through because they want to time me out later. And we'll get in for 4, opponent dies. Perfect. What a lot of fun. How do you sideboard against the Lurrus matchup? Do I want to bring in Containment Priests purely for the fact that they are in fact creatures to attack with? Why is it stacked like that? Oh yeah, because I was playing Squee. Sort by mana value. I've bought in a path already. Not going to lie to you guys, I don't think I've got time for top in this coming match. Or this coming game. I might just actually bring in some priests. Negations aren't very good in the Lurrus match. Mindbreak Trap's not very good. Negation's not very good. Yeah, just flash Grizzly Bears. What's it called? Ashcoat Bear. Let's just get in there with some Ashcoat Bears. Yeah, an Alorian. Why not? Why the hell not? This might be a little bit the other way, but it's just literally just blue-white flash. That's all we're playing here. We've run out of time to fuck around with standstills. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But let's just put some flash sets into play and attack them for 2. Oh man, I might. This league might have to be like a 5-part series or some shit, right? 2/2 power creature on turn 1. Not on turn 1, but you know, in the opener. Let's get some big yields going. Island. Black Lotus. Holy hell. Tamiyo. Back to me. Let's just strip them. Strip mine you. Wasteland you. Tundra can sign your thing. Nonsense. Oh, nothing. Cool. Tundra. Tundra into Saga is quite the clock, right? Tamiya comes in, and Consign is only activated or triggered. No, it's only triggered, not activated. It's not like an actual factual stifle. So, no Wastelands. They just kept Island Lotus. Nonsense. That's cool. Oh yeah, just all the Containment Priests. Man, my opponent is going to get attacked 4/2. I'll tell you that for free. What is this? Ancestral Recall. Sure, I can't do anything about that. I've got no good cards. Into Tamiyo. Yeah, cool. My opponent is going to get attacked for 1. And then they crack a clue. Fine. I could have maybe stifled Tamiyo actually. But then I would come off my Containment Priest, and I'm not sure I can really be doing that. Opponent's got 10 cards. Let's hope they don't have lands. Oh, they found one. Tammy goes to the sky. I can't imagine I'm wasting that Caracas right now, am I? So let's play our 2/2. Did I bring in my needle or not? Opponent's having a big end step think. This is my Containment Priest. This might just get forced because it means that they are not discarding to hand size. So it's just going to get plowed. Clean and easy. Opponent discards to hand size. They discard a misstep. Interesting. We draw a Wasteland. I've got to play the Tundra though, right? So I can activate this Saga. And then we can just get to wasting later. So this could just be something like make 2 tokens, play a Lotus. Yeah, my guys get smaller, I don't care. Make 2 tokens, get a Lotus. Wasteland you. They've still only got the 1 land, which is kind of great. They're going to go for the plow straight away? No, they're straight to clean up. Cool. Cool. That should be great for us, I think. Tamiyo will die quickly, then our opponent will die faster. There's a Saga. Oh no, they've got a plow now. Well, I'll gain another life, why not? So disenchant, this goes off. What do I want? Lotus, Sapphire. Soul Ring. I'll just get Soul Ring, I think. Soul Ring for now. Wasteland your Caracas. Attack your Tamiyo for 1. Oh, I can't. Okay, cool. Was that a problem? Maybe that was a problem. So I need to draw an artifact now. Tamiyo goes to 8. I can't find an artifact. Tamiyo goes to 7. At least Tamiyo will die. This is interesting actually, because now I'm gonna really lose to that ability and their infinite force of wills when they draw half their deck. But that's fine. We'll play a Wasteland. Triggered ability. Cool, fine. Our opponent's going to draw 22 cards. And we're going to put punch creatures into play. Oh no, it's just gone to the skies. What a wild take. I wonder how many Containment Priests we're about to fight over here. I'll fight over 2, I think. Let's just jam. Force of will pitching, consign, I guess. Looks good. You got more forces over there? Doesn't appear to be the case. I've got more priests though, bro. Yeah, in we go, in we go. This is it, this is the life. This is what we planned. Begin combat. All the creatures hit Tamiyo. All the creatures shrink. But Tamiyo is now out of lethal range. And if opponent doesn't come up with a land soon, this game's going to be really tough for them to win. We've got a Tundra, which could just be a plow actually, which is quite annoying. So we've been through 2 of those already. Like, how many can they realistically have? Tamiyo picks up Ancestral. Absolutely not a fan of that. But I'm a fan of the Tamiyo dying, so pros and cons. They're going to be on 10 cards, discarding to hand size. This doesn't sound bad to us. And we will do this in their unstep, this Wasteland, so that we do get that, you know, Ancestral is in fact just Ideas Unbound for 1 mana. Okay, so you discard 2. I think our opponent could do with getting Snapcaster Mage soon. They've got 9 cards. They discarded something. A Vexing Bauble and a Flusterstorm. I've got another island. Let's just slay. So Tamiyo dies, opponent takes 2. Ooh, I almost fell off my chair. We've got Disenchant, Snap, Disenchant if we want it. I don't know why we'd want that. We win the match. This game's so funny, man. Right, 40 minutes, round 1. Yeah, this might have to be like a fucking series. I'll see you for round 2 whenever I decide to play that in my life. Certainly not today. Okay, round 2, Squeevine. No, Standstill. Standstill today. Next day from round 1. Opponents revealed a Lurrus, so that's it. This is my one match for the evening. Jesus Christ. Hand looks busted though, if I'm honest. Turn 1 Tamiyo, turn 2 Spell Pierce. Call it a day. Game over. Oh, one of these is a Saga as well. That's really sick. I'll keep this. We've got a Pierce. We've got a Force of Will. We can put a Jace to pitch. That's good. It's not doing anything else, is it? Mishra's Bauble from the opponent. And they go for me. Nice. So our Wasteland's probably live then if they're going for me. But they know about our Wasteland so they can play around it. Oh no, they had a fetch. They just absolutely love the top card of their deck. No questions asked. I'm probably just going to roll out this Tamiyo and unless something changes. Wasteland? Plow. Okay. Well, this is my Tundra. What do we think? Tundra versus... Nah, it's got to be Tundra, hasn't it? I don't think there's much in that. Tundra versus a Tamiyo that we won't protect. Cool. And that's in the door. Opponent just has a Scalding Tarn and 6 cards, 7 after their draw step. And then they probably fetch... Oh, they fetch Volcanic Island. Opponent's gaming. Tamiyo's dead. See ya. Oh, Volcanic Island. You don't see that every day, do you? Volcanic Island. It's not always out there. Underground Sea. So it's gonna be like a what's it called? Underworld Breach style thing. I don't know how I feel about this. I think we just gotta let it happen and pray that they don't hit anything too cracked. Like I've got a lot of lands in this deck, like 20 lands. Yeah, and they hit a plow. Sure, they can use that if they want to. I will not mind. I think land's just the best draw in our deck here, just so we can go Saga Standstill. Top. Saga Standstill it is then. So we can still win through a standstill, where it's unlikely our opponent can. I'll probably fight back, I think. Expressive Iteration, but then I'll just run headfirst into Pyroblast, but I'm running headfirst into Pyroblast next turn anyway, so let's just hit them back and cool. Bit annoying that we're holding the top because it might have been nice to get the top with the Saga, but we can just get like one of those cards that makes mana, Soul Ring or something. If they want to give me 3, they can. I'm happy with that. Yeah, it looks like they will. They exiled an Expressive Iteration, so that's cool. I get 3 of the best. Bunch of cards. No lands though, which is kind of concerning for us. Ragavan's going to get another hit in. We've got a negation here to protect ourselves with. An opponent hits a Timeless Dragon, so cool. So kind of 2 bricks there. Although we have lost 2 of 2 win cons, right? We're making white, blue, and that's a Lavinia. Fine, yeah. So they're like 4 color cards, which is interesting. 4 color game pieces. I think I'll plow Lavinia then. And then that way I can play my Sapphire out. And then we can play a top and feed them nonsense. Feed the Ragavan nonsense with top, right? And then next turn we can probably just make a 3/3. Activate the top for a free card and then draw a top. Maybe we can just draw Soul Ring actually. Maybe I want to get the Pearl. I don't know. We'll work it out, I'm sure, based on what we draw. And now they've opted to do nothing. So this looks suspicious at best, right? Timeless Dragon, Force and Negation, Tundra. Timeless Dragon, Force and Negation, Tundra. And I get 1 to 2 of these. I think I'll just take Tundra, to be honest with you. Well, I'm getting mana anyway, aren't I? So maybe I take the Dragon. I can Lotus out a Dragon. That sounds quite fun. Oh, but then I'll have like F4 mana for the rest of the game. Am I supposed to Brainstorm on top of my Saga? No, because I don't have the mana to, right? So I think I'm just going to take the Tundra. So we probably need to be kind of picky with where our Brainstorms kind of go. When and why we Brainstorm. That said, I do have a Sensei's Divining Top, so Brainstorm's just going to be like moving cards around rather than anything else, isn't it? Would I rather a Pearl or a Lotus over Soul Ring? What does Lotus do for me? No, I think I'm happy with just taking Soul Ring here. Or Pearl. What do they do? I'll take the Pearl. Now I'll play a Tundra. Now we can just pass the turn. And their Ragavan's all but dead. Their Bowmaster, I'm not sure I care about either, actually. This is the last opportunity I've got to cast Brainstorm, right? So maybe I just should. Now I've got Wasteland, Lorien, Soul Ring. So if I put back Soul Ring, Disenchant. I've got Lorien if it's a Catastrophe. I've got Force Negation pitching Lorien if it's a Catastrophe, and then if not, I can cycle Lorien and just start destroying their lands, and that should be kind of cool. Dreadhorde Arcanus, interesting. Or Wild Take. Okay, so the opponent's going to get in here, or well, maybe they know it. No, I've got a 4/4, I can't get in. I'm just going to cycle Lorien. I'm not too fussed about what my third card is there. I don't want the Archive, so I'll just take the bonus Tundra. And now, do I want to look? Yeah, I should have a look, because it's pretty free too, isn't it? Treasure Cruise, Standstill, Caracas. I'm not actually interested in any of those. Which might mean I've, messed up a little bit on the old which cards to draw. So I'll just take the Standstill, I think. Caracas can go down, then Cruise, and then we'll have Standstill to pitch to. And we can reassess this as we go forwards. We'll Wasteland the one that casts Pyroblast. And then pass. Because Standstill, not only does it trigger their Bowmaster, but it also dies to their Pyroblast. Oh no, they can't put the Pyroblast on the stack. I know how the cards work. I'll probably just Spell Pierce that. I don't see any reason to allow them to have this big burst of mana. Yeah, that's what I thought. So now we get to have another look. We know about Caracas and we know about another card that we can't really play. That's an annoying place to be. I'll just run it back. Cool. I've already got a land drop, so I think I'll just take the Cruise this time, because we can plan for a day that we draw Swords to Plowshares. Opponent has 3 cards, one of those is a Ragavan. I think we can take a look at least. And we'll just plant a Force of Will on top of our deck then, in case our opponent really goes ham. And do I want to attack them? What can they get back? They get back a Pyroblast, and that's it. And then they get in for 3, I get in for 4. I think that seems like a good trade. Okay, I'm at 13 apparently. So that wasn't a great trade. So there's a Force of Will on top of my deck. They've got a Mox Jet, which I presume I have to let go. Yeah, now they're going to get in with everyone, and that was probably quite a bad attack actually. Because I'm just going to fall to 10. And I can't really win this race, can I? Well, 4 more attacks from me, 4 more attacks from them, but I can't draw a card in that whole time. So, yeah, I'm probably not able to do that. Black, black. One of their cards is Ragavan. So we'll just cast this. I'm drawing Force of Will for the turn, so I don't need to do some looking. We know we're floating a Standstill and Caracas. That doesn't have the activate ability, top does. I don't like any of these. I don't really want to cruise through them, right? Because that's just... their creature gets big and I take damage. So no attacks this time around, because I didn't think the attack was good last turn. I just, for some reason, did it, assuming that we were both at 20. They've got a library, and they can buy Lurrus with their library. And now they can't attack. So we've got to Force of Will Lurrus next turn, or I could just pick up the Caracas, can't I? But no, then they get access to the Lotus and the Warble. So, no, I've got a Strip Mine. So I'm just going to take the Strip Mine. I'll Strip Mine their C, I think. I think that sounds good fun. So now they've not got blue mana. And then we'll let this Construct token hold down the fort for the next 3 weeks. We found another C. One of them's a Ragavan. I think I'll just hardcast this. If I get dazed, then we lose. But it just didn't seem likely. Let's take another look, as we always do. Sorted Plowshares. I think Plow's worth drawing through. And then they hit me for 1. I then Plow their creature. Oh, this is my upkeep, okay. Well, it's gone. Now we'll cruise. So the lands can go, because I can't flash those back in any way. The creature and the enchantments can go. I don't have any delirium spells. And activation plow, yeah, cool. So now cruise can get in there. Let's play Caracas. Tap that for the top. Now I can probably just put myself underneath the standstill, right? I've got a Timeless Dragon to draw towards. I think I'm happy with that. I think they're the one that will have to break it. And just immediately do. Thing of Beauty. Lotus Jace Walk. Could be worse, could be worse. They are going to get to Brainstorm twice here, which could actually be problematic. So they've got a Volcanic, a Ponder. Their last card may not be Ragavan anymore. Shuffles with Ponder. Then it's down to 2 cards in hand. And are they going to send in the Dreadhorde? No. So 2 cards. I've got a Wasteland as well. Let's walk first of all. Then we'll cast Lotus. and just attack for 5, I guess. Opponent takes it. That's cool. And I was going to play Jace, the Mind Sculptor. I'll probably just unsummon the token. Oh no, they're just going to concede. Cool, we did it. We win. Opponent just ran straight into the 2 Tabernacles though, right? So that was interesting. Is this a Flusterstorm matchup? And do I want my path to exile? What do we see? Ragavan, Bowman, Dreadhorde, Lavinia. How do you fill that in? Consign's interesting, but I think that can go Disenchant for the 1 Saga and possible breaches. I think it's fine to drop the Disenchant. We didn't really see anything disenchantable then, did we? So maybe just like better stack interaction over the Consign and Disenchant. Do you want a Needle? I don't think they've got anything to Needle. No, let's send this in. Not too much. This Disenchant art is dope though. Right. Questionable, but cool. So we'll keep it. This hand might just flood out and die, and that's like kind of fine with me. I don't mind. Land Ponder. Yeah, I'm not fighting the Ponder. There's a good chance I'll just go Wasteland, to be honest with you. Obviously, it depends. Like if they go, you know, Lotus Ancestral Walk, then I might just concede. But if I just waste them, then that sounds fun, right? Oh, I can play a Time Walk. So let's go Tundra, Soaring, Sapphire, Time Walk. Nice. And then we can Wasteland them next turn. Oh, maybe next turn. Snapcaster Mage, no. Wasteland you? Snapcaster Mage. Take another turn. This is fun. Our Time Walk's gone. Maybe not the best use of a Time Walk, but we're definitely going to have the mana advantage going into mid-game. And that's a top that we can take a look with. See if there's anything good there. Force Strand. So I'll top one of the forces so we can spin into it. Now we've got Hardcast Negation, Hardcast Spell Pierce, and Flip into Force of Will. So the next few spells should be like nicely covered sort of thing. The Lavinias are dead, their Lurrus is dead, their Ragavan's dead because of Caracas. And they've got a Ponder, which I think we can probably live with, can't we? They've still got 5 cards in hand. We don't know how easy it is for them to draw into the game. I think we can just sit here and chill. And it's back to us with our 57 mana. We'll draw the Force of Will for the turn. And I'll look with the Soul Ring. The reason we'll look with the Soul Ring is so we can still hardcast Negation later if we feel like it. I mean, I still like all these cards, you know? So I think that's fine. We'll bury the path further down. Apparently I've put Force of Will not on top. I need to reorder that. I want it to be Path, Strand, Force of Will. There we go. And we can reorder that and make a land drop next turn if we want to. Which I think I might. But they've got a Flooded Strand. And this is going to be like a Bowmaster at Sorcery Speed or something to kill my Snapcaster Mage. It's a Psychic Frog. So I'll fight the Frog and pitch the Force Negation, I think. And I can Spell Pierce them. No, don't need to. And Now I'm going to get my Flooded Strand. We've got a lot of creatures in this deck, right? And we can flip into a Force of Will. And if it's really scary, we can flip and hardcast both of our counter spells. So basic island. Gets a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Just gonna get them 2 Ponders and stop my Snapcaster Mage. I think that's fine because I've got a path in my stack as well, haven't I? So what do I know about? I know about Force of Will, Path to Exile at the moment. I think I've got to take the path at the moment. I want a Flooded Strand. I don't think I knew about that Flooded Strand. So we'll go Strand, Force of Will, Path to Exile. Force of Will is now the top card of our deck after this draw step. Oh no, get wrecked. Okay, they're going to Spell Pierce here. That's fun. I should probably just path this guy now. Just so they've already got their island in play, right? It's really hard for them to have a second basic in this 4-color mono creature control deck. But we are now living by the seat of our pants, so we might be on a shuffly part of the game soon. And we know about Flooded Strand, Force of Will. We've got a Ragavan. I mean, it might just feed them something instead. See what we can draw, see what we can give them. I guess they can have a Flusterstorm, can't they? That's not too much of a problem for us. Now they've got 2 mana and a Flusterstorm. And then Lavinia, by the looks of things. Right. Red, blue, another Dreadhorde. Okay, so we'll look at what Ragavan's provided. Oh, I tapped my Caracas, that's why that all went so poorly. And then they've got 2 cards in hand, but I think I'll take Jace. And we'll cast Jace and pray. Do you have Force of Will blue card? No. So I guess I can just bounce this. And attack for 2. And the reason I'm bouncing is it just keeps them off their Ancestral, right? So Ragavan, Dreadhorde and 3 mystery cards, 2 mystery cards. Opponent falls to 8 life. I've got a Tundra. And they're going to plow my Snapcaster Mage, which is fine. And then they're going to cast a Dreadhorde Arcanist, so they're holding a Ragavan. Now I can have a look here. Standstill, Force of Will, Flooded Strand. I do like the Standstill, to be honest with you. So we will take Standstill, unsummon with Jace, and then cast Standstill. And then we can just pass the turn. And there's a Force of Will and a Flooded Strand on top of our deck. We can probably make something happen from there. And they're just going to give me cards by the looks of things. There's a Sapphire straight through. That's cool. Cool for me. Dreadhorde. Do I want to fight Dreadhorde? I think so. I think I can counter Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'm not too stressed about many of their other cards at this point in time, especially seeing as one of them's Ragavan. It's just a negation. Just take a look with top. Let's move all this crap out of the way. Force of Will Standstill. I can't access that stuff. What am I drawing to? Like one Spell Pierce? I think I'll just leave the Standstill on top and then see what we think in a moment. Because we can just unsummon and slay, right? But we might just draw the Standstill. I'm going to fetch first, I think. I know two of those cards are blanks in this spot. So I'm going to fetch, I'm going to grab a Tundra. Now we get a fresh look with Standstill. With top, sorry. And it's just a replacement Jace. So I can unsummon here. Or I can brainstorm and then unsummon. Brainstorm and then unsummon is probably better, isn't it? So I don't need to let this stand still. I do need that Flooded Strand. If you're not coming off the Wasteland. Maybe I don't need either of these standstills for now. Because if I just go Jace unsummon your Dreadhorde Wasteland, your Volcanic, the game ends, right? They can't win. So I guess that's the line. Jace. 4. New Jace. I'd like the 3 counter Jace. I'd like to put this back into your hand. And then I would like to move to the 3rd round of my league. No. Opponent's still gaming. They found something. Or they can purchase Lurrus, sure. And then I can play a Standstill and Brainstorm and all that good stuff. So let's look at what's on top. Some cards, mostly bad cards to be honest with you, so I might just take the Flooded Strand for now. And then I'll Brainstorm with Jace. Put back Island Standstill, I think. Cast Flooded Strand, cast Standstill. And I can fetch my Archive on their end step. And they can throw creatures at me, and I'll fetch before the creature comes into play. Yes, we'll fetch. I will still get the Meticulous Archive. I could have not, because then I could have got a Force of Will. I'll bin this. I'll draw these 3. I get a Force of Will anyway, so I will cast that. What have they got in their graveyard actually? They've got a Frog. They've just got a Frog. Doesn't seem worth it, does it? Doesn't seem worth it for a card I can just bounce to their hand. Okay. You got it. I get a Tundra. I didn't look. Never mind. I think we're fine, aren't we? really. Let's draw some cards. It's usually the correct solution. Play an island. Oh, I should have played the saga. I'm just clicking buttons, sorry. Play this from the yard. Put this back in your hand. You're going. And then yeah, and then next turn I'll play the saga. Well, they've got Scalding Tarn, so they can start playing other nonsense cards now. Okay. And then they fetch to find another volcanic. And I'll probably force pitching probe, I imagine. So I'll probably go with Ragavan, won't they? To kill Jace. So maybe I'll just Snapcaster Path the Ragavan. And I'll do that all before blocks, so that I know it's got through. Snapcaster Mage. Targets Path to Exile. Path to Exile kills your Ragavan. And then it's your post-combat main phase, and it's my turn. Cool. Ragavan's dash ability happens. Fine, fine, fine. Let's brainstorm with Jace and fight over the Bowman. No Bowman, but a Standstill, which is great. I don't care about probing them too much. So Island, or Probe, Standstill, Saga, words and noise. The game has ended. The opponent just has to agree, I believe. I think that's where we are. So they're holding Dreadhorde Arcanist, which doesn't really do anything apart from die to my permission. So Dreadhorde Arcanist. I get 3 cards. I'm going to trap your Arcanist. I have so many cards. Opponent's digging, are they, or something? We'll spell pierce that and then have Force of Will behind, so. That gets through, that gets through. Opponent's got 2 of their best. And they've conceded the match. Nice. I think we've got time for one more this evening. I'll see you there. Okay, round 3, we're up against Amiracle. We're on the play, which is pretty tidy. And we've got some cards. These aren't particularly good cards though, but Plough does do something for us. They've revealed a Lurrus. So we might be able to go some... Well, we've definitely got lands, that's for sure. I would admit this may not be a keep. But against the Lurrus decks, which have got like the lower percentage of powerful openers, right? So we've both got time to build into this game. And I've got time to lock this game down with a standstill. They've just got a Ponder, which is nice. So if that was Island Jet Frog, we were just running out this naked Plough and dying to Force of Will quite aggressively. But this way we get to get the archive, provided nothing else happens. We can get the archive, have a little look-see, roll out Standstill, and greatly profit. I think I'll keep that. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. We'll protect on our turn. We'll protect Swords to Plowshares in the future. I'll slow roll the Wasteland. I'll just roll out the Standstill right now. If they counter it, then the Standstill goes to my graveyard. Oh no, I lied. Exile. The only issue with this is that was all of our gas, really, wasn't it? That was kind of our whole life there. So one thing we can do if they play a frog, they just play a DT, so they might be getting a Lotus. Or an Ancestral, maybe. Ancestral's quite tough, because if they just get Ancestral and then... Yeah, maybe that was bad, actually. Because I should have... I could have gone after the DT. They've got Ancestral now, and they're going for it in their turn, which means our negation is good to fly. And they got a Force of Will back, pitching Brainstorm. Okay. So we're going to fall behind, but we might be able to just stymie them a bit with Wastelands and stuff. More Wastelands. So we'll go after their Volcanic, and I'll look to cycle this Timeless Dragon on their end step, unless of course they play a powerful creature spell. But the few cards they just got off Ancestral could be the major difference, right? They're going for a walk here. Nice stuff, nice stuff. Volcanic into Ponder. They're going to have 3 cards after this, 4 on their draw step. And I could do with drawing a decent spell of my own, to be honest. So we're playing a lot of these Grixis Lurrus lists, aren't we? I can't remember what I played last night, but it was another Lurrus nonsense deck, wasn't it? So that's 3 on the trot. So they're on 3 cards now, up to a 4th. Misty Rainforest, and it looks like they've just got, you know, a nice end step Bowmaster for their troubles. So we'll cycle the dragon, grab the Tundra. Do I want to Wasteland them again, or do I want to make some mana for a change? I think I'll play the Tundra. I think I'll give them a turn. And then I can just make a dragon if nothing's really happening. Making a dragon will be nice if I draw a card. If I draw a blue card, sorry. So end step... Oh, end step dig. That's horrible. So, yeah, just... outdrawn this whole game, really. They've had, yeah. Yeah, there's a very good chance that this hand was just a mulligan, but it just looked cool, you know? Plow your guy, stand still, make a dragon. Pressure's on, but none of that is manifested to be true. And then one of the things with standstill on Modo is how long do I want to spend losing? Because I do need to convert 2 on the way back through, right? So Soul Guide Lantern comes in, eats my dragon, Lotus, and then they can buy and play Lurrus if they want to, but they don't want to. I feel like our Wasteland's kind of done here. Let's just play it as mana. I've got Force of Will if I want it, but I think I'd rather be on the like plow, snap, plow kind of life here. They get yet another card. And they play another Dreadhorde Gamer. So I'll swords now. Do they have a fight back spell? Hopefully not another negation, that would be annoying. Mental misstep. Okay, that's fine. I think I'll just snap now, and I know that runs the Lurrus risk, but I think that's okay. So they've got 3 cards, 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana. Okay, so they're gonna have a hard cast Force of Will out of the hand. My Dread Horde. And they've got what? Ancestral Ponder. I think I'll just waste both of their underground, their volcanics. Can't do anything else. They're going to draw 3, going up to 6. We don't even have a mana advantage here, do we? We're just dead on cards and dead on mana, just because I've drawn Wastelands. What did I wasteland earlier? Something they delved away, another volcanic. So unless they're on 4 volcanics, they're out of red mana for the day, minus the ruby. I play a Ponder. Yeah, that snap was annoying, wasn't it? But it just meant that, I don't know. The fact that they hardcast a Force of Will for it. Oh yeah, no, that's the killer there. It's the restricted saga. Let's see if this gets through. If it does, we might be able to keep playing. If it doesn't, we can just go somewhere else. Bowman, sure. Bowman's fine, because I'm still getting my cards. Not great in terms of life points, etc., but I'm still getting the cards, you know? Cool, I think that's going to do us there. So maybe I just needed a bit more going on. I like these two. What did I drop last time? Disenchant and Consign. Seems fine. Okay, game 2, hoping for a better opener and maybe just like a better pilot would be good as well. It's just how do you play, right? Because I can go Pearl top, Wasteland, Spin top for a Tundra next turn, which might cast my Tamiyo and hold my Lorien Revealed, or use my Lorien Revealed as a shuffle. Is that better, or do I just want to go Pearl, cycle Lorien, play Tamiyo, not have negation open for next turn? I feel like this cleaner Grixis build than the one we played last time. I don't know if we saw anything different. Maybe they just drew more permission. But how do you resolve Tamiyo? Oh, they mulligan to 5. That makes me not want to come off blue cards, really. So I think I'll just cast a Pearl. Cast a top. Play a Wasteland. And question the order in which I did this, because I don't have Plough open. Yeah, no, that's all fine. I accept all of these criticisms. Six cards now, and a Flooded Strand over there, and a Mox Jet. And then back to me. And then on their end step, we'll take a little look. Library's cool, but I'm just probably not going to be on library for a very long time. So I think we'll just take the Strand for now. And I'll cast Tamiyo. And if Tamiyo gets countered or killed, then that's kind of fine, I guess. I'm not too precious about Tamiyo, I don't think. Mental misstep. Okay. And then do they just have like an end step Bowman or some crap? They do. And then I think we'll let them go. And then in they come. And I'll take my 2. See what's happening on top of my deck before we make too many decisions. Missing land drops is quite hype, really. Lotus Ancestral, Force of Will. They've got 3 cards. I'll try to pick up the Ancestral. I'll plough your Bowman now. And I'll fight, obviously, now that we know we're drawing Ancestral. But I think we'll hold fire on the Ancestral just in case they've got another end step Bowman. They don't, so we'll Ancestral upkeep and accept our medicine. If they do Bowman me. They do Bowman me. Okay, fine. It's a bit annoying, but this is going to be a lot of damage now. Yeah, maybe that's been the whole difference, and that's what's killing us now. Don't think I care about Ponder. Because I can fight most other things, I just need to find myself a plough or 2 quite quickly, right? I mean, the dragon works as well, doesn't it? The dragon just comes in and blocks that army token like nobody's business. We've got a Mishra's Bauble. Again, not something not a fight we're gonna take. And we go to 7. And they're gonna look at me despite the fact that it's not insane amounts of knowledge. Standstill Saga Jace. So we'll take Jace so we can bounce the Orc Army token. Do I want to Lotus out this Jace so I can Wasteland SC? No. But I will still play the Jace and unsummon. And then we'll unsummon the token. And then Jace might do some plussing in the near future. And I'll probably upkeep take a look. So if I can unsummon and cast Standstill in a turn or 2, that might work. I've also got a Saga floating, so I probably want to be drawing Saga. I can't remember what order I did the other 2 cards in. But I think I want to draw Saga this turn, followed by... Yeah, Saga this turn, and then they've got an Ancestral. That's shit for me, isn't it? Let's just crack Lotus and cast Force Negation. That gets 3, which is like a big relief, really. Bowmaster probably hitting Jace, yep. Do you have any further things to say this turn? They've got 2 cards. We don't have any information about either of them, other than they're unlikely to be lands right now. A Wasteland, which is fine. And then they Wasteland my Wasteland, which is what I was going to do to them. So end step, and then we'll take a look with top here. And I'll take, I can't take Saga and Standstill. No, I just want to take Saga, don't I? So we'll put Wasteland down, then we'll put Standstill, and then we'll put Saga. We'll draw the Saga for the turn. +2 on our opponent here. And they've got a Ruby, which is fine, I think. I'm not going to fight a Ruby. And that'll play as a Saga of my own. And very soon this Bowmaster is going to be unsummoned. This Standstill is going to be in play. The Saga is going to be rolling. And we should be turning some sort of corner here. I do believe. I do proclaim. They've got one card. They can not purchase Lurrus, apparently. I don't know where Lurrus has gone. Maybe they just did that classic thing and shuffled him in. I fall to 6. They're going face at this point. They're not interested. Let's have a look at what we're drawing. I mean, Plow's probably better than Standstill, isn't it? Or maybe I just want to do both, actually. Plow your guy, Standstill you, +++. Pyroblast my Jace, you got no cards in hand. Force of Will here. And then, yeah, I've got a Saga trigger, I don't care. Plow your man. The man who bows. Draw 3 with Jace. Those two can go back, play a Standstill. And it's over. That's the lock. This is just the hard lock, right? And then next turn I get a 4/4 and we're off to the races. Standstill is awesome. I'll take a Soul Ring. Jace can go at you. You have a Demonic Tutor on top of your deck. I will use the ability, thank you. And then we can put your Underground Sea in the graveyard. And I don't know if there's a better board state in the format than this. Truly unsure. I'll probably start brainstorming with my Jace though next turn, because my token's going to do the beatdowns, right? So yeah, with the token doing the beatdown, we should be fine to brainstorm. And I get 3 on the house from, oh, Jesus Christ, an Inti in this economy. Let's see what we draw. And then, I mean, Inti's just going to get bounced. 1 card in hand. And a cheeky look with top. So many Dale spells, I don't know what to do with them all. Don't know what to do with all of my Dale spells. Is there any reason to fuck around? No, I can just cast Treasure Cruise. Delve 1 more. Now I can go Sapphire. Dig through time, right? Dig through time for the rest of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't care. Source all of this. This is all crap, actually. I mean, Caracas is cool, but I don't really need more lands. Let's just take Force of Will, Mind Break Trap. And then we'll Brainstorm. I was supposed to bounce. Never mind. We've got Library of Alexandria. And then Slay for 5, right? No, probably not actually. Probably just chill out for a moment until I decide to deal with this Inti. If Inti wants to attack, they can. They've got 2 cards. I've got more permission than I could ever dream of. Oh, I didn't activate my library. Oh, maybe I couldn't activate my library. Who knows? So, Inti does not send library up. Draw a card. Unsummon with Jace. Play a tapped land because it's vintage. Thank you. And then cast a dragon. And that's a game. That's a game. So anything we saw there that was different, Inti was interesting. Inti's quite cool. But I think I'm happy with my whole life and strategy, really. Okay, final game against Amiracle. I'm on the draw with the library. I'm pretty hyped about this hand. It's not particularly good though, is it? Oh no, I can't beat fetching now. Ponder, okay, I might be able to beat fetching now. Right, how do you play? Let's answer that question. I guess I just play a library and that's fun, right? Sit on a library and have some powerful cards to follow up with. Yeah, I like that plan. We'll go with the upkeep library idea. And next turn we can like play a Wasteland and a Soul Ring, and then we'll do this before we get Bowmanned. Got Force Negations and a pretty nice draw. Saga's fine. Inti is annoying. Inti's very annoying. So what can I do? Play a Wasteland? No, yeah, I've got to play a Wasteland. I think I just go Soul Ring. Wasteland. Waste your Saga. And then end step I can cycle for a Tundra, which will cast an Ancestral. And the only issue here is going to be coloured mana, right? They've got a Lurrus again this game. I don't know what happened last game. Maybe they just misclicked. Discards a negation. Binks on a no land. An island. Annoying. We fall to 17. Inti's going to get quite thick quite soon. They play the island from exile. Don't have a follow-up. So I'm going to cycle my dragon. I don't have Bowmaster open at the moment. We'll just get a Tundra. Yeah, we're making land drops. Let's take a draw step to the library, see if we hit something cool. Play a Tundra, draw a card. Play a Pearl. And make a 4/4, I guess. Four that trades with Inti quite comfortably. Slows down that problem, and now if that gets through, I've just got like a huge mana advantage and Ancestral to get back onto the library. think that sounds good. Inti is not afraid. They discard a Psychic Frog. They exile a Time Walk. Wow, what a cracking draw that is. I'll block. And their Inti's dead, so the immediate problem's gone. Where do we stand on Time Walk? I think I'm kind of into Time Walk, countering Time Walk here. No, I'll let them have it. They've struggled for lands, and I know that's a reason to fight over the Time Walk, but the fact that they struggled with lands means they're just holding a bunch of permission, probably. This really gets fucked up when they top deck a black source and suddenly have a Bowmaster in play, you know? That one we can't let happen. If they fight back, they fight back. I've got Snap, Ancestral Snap next turn, plus they've got Pyroblast. Plus I've got Tamiyo if I want to flip a Tamiyo and pick up an Ancestral later. All interesting ideas, all different ways to resolve an Ancestral recall. The big question is, did they find a land drop? They found a Wasteland, which can fight either of my things. I'm not too fussed. So I've got backups. Alright, so it's back onto me. I'm on 6 cards. Play basic island. And then I'll just upkeep Ancestral myself. Once again, before they can get back onto the Bowman. They've got 6 cards though, which is quite a few of them. Mental misstep, how annoying. Underground Sea. Tamiyo. And I'll pass a turn. And we'll just watch how they play for a moment to see, because they passed there with like quite clear Bowmaster mana sort of thing. But I do need to resolve this Ancestral to win the game. They've found another Ancestral, which is a real fucking problem. Tamiyo will draw them a card. And they'll crack a clue. And then they're just going to let it be. With an Ancestral in hand. I think I've got to pass as well. I will play my land. I'm not sure if I should, but I will play it. Jace on top. I'll leave that there, but I can't imagine I'm ever getting to my turn with Jace on top of my deck. So we know they're holding Ancestral. Now they're just casting Treasure Cruise. No, DT. I wonder if I can force the action with the plow. I can't, because then they'll just respond with Ancestral. Okay, DT resolves. I'm not sure how I resolve this Ancestral of my own, you know. I'm going to fetch. I don't want that Jace at all. So I get Tundra. I'm going to go for Snapcaster Ancestral. No Pyroblast my Snapcaster Mage, which is fine, I think. So I've got another one. I don't think that plow changes anything. I've got Force of Will, pitching Force of Will. Okay. So at least I can now start blocking their Tamiyo. And this Tamiyo is going to cost me 2 plows as well. Oh no, I can just wait for them to put Ancestral on the stack and then plow and plow again. Plow and plow again. So what happened in this game where it went so wrong? I'm not sure actually. Have they drawn a card this turn? No. Just picking up all their lands. So Tamiyo's gone. They've got 8 cards. I've got a Tamiyo of my own. But my Tamiyo is probably going to die fairly soon. And they've got a frog. I think I will untap and just see if I can draw something worthwhile. Which I've not been very good at so far. If I attack with Tamiyo, what's the likelihood they jump and block? I think it's a bit scary, so I think I might just try and cast this. Lauren revealed. Force negation, sure. Plow your frog. Frog dead, Lorien dead, I get a clue. And it's a long road home from here, but let's see if we can make anything happen. Opponent's got 6 cards. Red mana. Maybe it was a turn where I played the dragon. Maybe that was a turn where I was supposed to... Oh, another... Oh, that was the last game they played the Mystic. Oh no, it was this game, but they gushed, yeah, sure. Yeah. Mystic Sanctuary is cool. I guess that's one of the good things to the Saga being restricted, is you can play these other nonsense lands, which are fun to play with, sort of thing. Cruise into Ancestral. Maybe it was a turn I played the dragon, I was supposed to play just the Ancestral then. But I felt like I needed to deal with the NT. They have a Dreadhorde, which is going to flash back this Ancestral even more times than we can cope with. Yeah, I think we're good there, aren't we? I get another draw, actually. They've got 6 cards, one of them is Ancestral Recall, so they've basically got 9 cards. I did not know that was going to happen. Oh yeah, draw a card in my draw step. That's how this game works. So it's plus play standstill. Plus. So then the Dreadhoard's not very good. Wasteland, play standstill. So they cast Ancestral, they then Force of Will me. Oh, that got through. Okay, kill the Volcanic. So the Volcanic locks out Pyroblast on Tamiyo later. And now we're actually gaming again. This is wild. I was not expecting... How does this stack? Do they get their cards back? Do they get to Ancestral again? Maybe I went after the wrong land. Maybe I'm supposed to go after the... Because they've got a Pyroblast. Maybe I'm supposed to go after the sea because that kills a Bowman. Oh, they've just got it. Like, how do these abilities stack? That's what I don't understand. You may cast targets. Like, does this trigger, and then my Tamiyo triggers, they target something. But like, is it one of those things where Tamiyo resolves first, and that means actually it's going to be a 0-1 and you can't get your Pyroblast? Yeah. Yes. Good, good, good. You love to see it. Clean up, they discard 2. And now we just draw a dragon. +2. Build up to a library, I guess. Unless they're going to start flashing stuff in. In comes the Dreadhorde. No, the Dreadhorde doesn't come in. The Dreadhorde's waiting for me to not do that. One thing to be concerned with here is if I play a Tamiyo, if I ultimate Tamiyo, then they can flash in a Bowmaster and kill me pretty handily. So I think we're just going to the skies forever and ever and ever and making them do something so that I can find a dragon, right? Because I do just die to a Bowmaster if I ultimate Tamiyo. Which I know is a shame for everyone involved, but strip mine, so maybe my library plan's less good because they're not going to give me the card for strip. I think I'll just play a Tundra now. Plus Tamiyo. How many? Well, they're going in now. Pyroblast on Tamiyo. I draw 3. Let's try and... Oh, let's draw a card with our library. And there's the Bowman that we already knew about. So I'll dig over the top of that, I guess. Oh yeah, I've got a Delve as well. Sorry. I've got a Force of Will. Okay. We got another Bowmaster, so we were like aggressively dead. So that one can happen. That one can happen. And I think I'll path the one of the Bowmasters. Do I path the Dreadhorde? Let's path the Bowmaster. And they Flusterstorm me, but that does mean I can Spell Pierce this Pyroblast. Because they've tapped out of all of their mana. Turn 14. Spell Pierce. I have a Tamiyo. Their Orc army can deal 1 damage. Is what can happen here. They've got 1 card in hand, I've got 4. I draw a card. Tamiyo takes 2. Oh, funny. Right on time. Where are you going? Oh, their Bowman can do a bunch of damage actually, can't it? The Bowman guy. So that's going to be attacking for 3. That's not cool. They've got 2 cards in hand. There's no Standstill in play. They can get Lurrus. They've got 2 cards in hand. 1 card. Oh no, another fetch land. I can't beat more stuff. Inti from the graveyard. Okay then. And then only the Orc army is relevant. Oh no, Inti makes something relevant. Inti makes the Dreadhorde relevant. I again don't know how this stacks. Oh, can they walk? No, they can never walk here, can they? So Tamiyo, but they can Ancestral. Can they Ancestral me dead? Okay, they're going for Pyroblast. That's a shame. Shame about that Mindbreak trap at least. Discards another Dreadhorde. Inti pumps that, but I think the Dreadhorde ability is gone now. Yeah. So I take 4 and go to 12. So I can walk, that's for sure. I can -3 Tamiyo on a plow. Plow your Bowmaster. Play a Jace. Unsummon your Bowmaster. Play a Caracas. Caracas your Inti. My next turn, I can draw half my deck. And I can plow this. I can play a Lotus. I haven't drawn very well, have I? So let's brainstorm with Jace. Put back Island or Land. Play a Saga. Play a Dragon. Not with Caracas, Josh, come on. Caracas your nerd. Or play your nerd. Play a card. Cast a Standstill. Yield. Discarding Oh, I didn't wait. I should have wastelanded them. I didn't need to discard. I've got no maximum hand size. Oh, this is horrendous to try and work through. But I can counter all their spells. I need to counter the Lurrus. So Lurrus the Dream Den comes in and draws the 3 cards. Oh, we're going to stack Standstill as many times as possible, and I'm going to trap them dead. That's Force of Will, the Bowmaster. Pitching Gataxian Probe. Let's Force of Will Lurrus. Oh, I've triggered the Standstill. Josh, you absolute tool. Never mind. Really, it's just to do the whole Mind Break Trap thing. Let's counter your Lurrus as well then. That was pretty piss poor play to be honest, but hey ho. So it goes. Sometimes that's just what you do. I draw no cards. Both players have 13 cards and fuck all clock. They've got a Mox Jet. And a Wasteland. They Wasteland my Saga because I probably shouldn't have played it at that turn, but I was trying to race. They play an Inti which can not resolve due to the attack trigger. Now they play a Psychic Frog which will counter, and we know they're holding a Bowmaster, I think. Or did the Bowmaster die? I can't remember. That can't get in. Jace is gonna probably just bounce that, I imagine. Treasure Cruise, I've got some cards. Attack for 5. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Oh, have they got cards that I'm scared of? Luring Field, that's probably scary enough. Like creatures I can deal with, right? Pass the turn. No, I just don't think I care anymore. Give me that Force of Will back. Opponent loses life points. We discard to hand size by Flooded Strand. Thanks for joining. Oh no, I've got maximum hand size. I'm so good at this game. And then we are going to win this one on time, but I think the game's fairly locked up anyway. Like the opponent's reached a point where they just can't make plays or have priority because they'll die. And they're dead on board, and I've got a Force of Will. We win the match. That was sweaty. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, nerds, welcome to round 4. We're up against Green Ash, who I've not played in a while. Don't know what they play. This hand looks cool though. We've got some permission, got some islands, got some wastelands. Let's hope they're not on a bizarre list because we're probably just dead to that, to be honest. And they've got a Sapphire. I think they could be a dual gamer, but there's no... Maybe this is Doomsday actually, because there's no Lurrus and they've cast a Ponder, so that rules out dual. Could still be like Oath, Bug, blah blah blah, but yeah. I think Doomsday, Oath, Bug are the things that we can really consider here. If this is an Ancestral, I'm gonna force. It's an Ancestral. They've got 4 cards in hand, so hit them with a Force and pitch a Jace, I think. And then do we just want to strip straight away? I mean, that Pearl's a great draw. Let's strip mine just so we can't get dazed off this Pearl. Not that they probably would be in that life, but you know what I mean. You know, people can be crazy. So I don't know if pitching Jace there is good, but it's probably really bad actually, because now if they don't do anything for the rest of the game that merits, you know, a Force, then I'm not going to have a Jace to play. I'm just going to have a sit with a Force negation in my hand. I am going to cycle though, because I'd like to find a land. Probably just get Tundra. I could play Archive actually. Let's cycle Lorien. They've got 4 cards. Do I want to get an Archive here? Or do I want to leave the Archive in my deck? I think I'll take the Archive. Because I've not really got anything going on, have I? I mean, this means they can rule out Fluster Storm and Spell Pierce as cards I've got in my hand. Maybe it's really bad, actually. Because if I draw a Standstill, then I'll be coming off the Archive. I don't know. I draw a Standstill. I think I just roll out the Standstill. There's nothing here happening. If this gets countered, I can't fight back anyway. If they're on Doomsday, which I think they are, then they're usually quite Fluster heavy, which Standstill can't get hit by. So that could be cool. And one issue I've got here now with getting this Archive is I can't play Tundra next turn and have Hardcast Negation up. So I think that was pretty punty. Actually, we should probably have just left that in our deck. But the Standstill is in. If they play an Urza Saga, then we can weep and cry. But if we assume Doomsday, and I don't think that's an... Yeah, it's got to be Doomsday, right? Preordain, Ponder, yeah. I think that's been solved. So one issue with game 4 here, match 4 here, is I went out last night and I'm not feeling particularly fresh today, if I'm honest with you. We draw some Force of Wills, which aren't particularly good. Not Force of Wills, Tortoise Plowshares. They're going to be pretty weak in this matchup. We've kind of only really got Flusterstorm to game with post-board, I think, as well. Unless we want to bring in like some speculative null rods or something. But the general... getting this Archive was so bad, man. So bad. Never mind. Just hit him with the Waste. And pass the turn. Like, this isn't a matchup I'm particularly good at, is it? I've got exactly Flusterstorm. So, I mean, that might not be a bad thing, but the fact that I've got these 4 plows means they're just going to be absolutely rotting in the post-board games. And they cruise. Do we want to be fighting cruisers? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe, but if they're doing Undercity stuff, then I think that's okay. I'm not sure. And then, yeah, I'm still kind of wound up at myself about that Jace pitch early on. That should have just been a forced pitch, but so we'll play an Archive. I'm probably somewhat interested in that Flooded Strand, aren't I? No, I don't think so. I think we'll graveyard the Flooded Strand and then try and resolve this dig, but we will pitch this dig if we have to. And I'm not too sure how we ever kind of win, you know? Like, this Doomsday pilot can just play the slowest and longest and most boring game of their life, And we probably can't beat that. It's a demonic. I'm gonna let the demonic go. Do we fight post Doomsday here? Brainstorm. I think I can brainstorm. And if they fight it, they fight it. And that's a lot of plows. Cast a top. Player planes. And we know there's 2 plows on top of our deck. Our opponent's probably quite ready to kill us here, which is kind of scary. Can they kill us through two forces and a plow? I guess they probably can. So they cycle Street Wraith, that's not doing anything for them. Apparently, I can imagine their hands as like infinite cantrips, and it's not actually hard to get into a pile right now. So black, black, black. Doomsday. Can I ever win post Doomsday here? I think that might be the main play that I've got available. Because they're going to be like Doomsday flooded. I guess we fight it. We've got a Force of Will back. And then I guess I force, again pitching my dig, which I don't love, because then the top 2 cards of my deck are a plow. They've got Force Negation here. I guess we can take a look. And find even more plows. Okay. I'll put Tundra on top. Their Doomsday resolves, and then they can like gush into Lotus Fluster, and we can never win. But yeah, interesting. Okay, so I mean, I didn't like my Jace pitch earlier, but I don't know if I'd have ever cast it. I don't feel like I like the matchup at all, even though I've got 87 permission spells in my deck. I just don't feel like I've got much to board into. Like, do I bring in the Needle over a Plow? I could just do what we did in round 1 and bring in all these Containment Priests just to like attack them, you know, just so I've got some sort of clock. It's a very controlling combo deck, isn't it, Doomsday? Like, I don't know. I might actually bring in some Containment Priests, to be honest with you, just some 2/2s. I didn't know that would be such a core part of my strategy, is sideboarding in the bears, but... Ritual, Necro. So I'm just looking at Exile Zone. 1, 2, 3. 3 Flusters, gush into Lotus. They probe me to see a plow. They play a Lotus. And then they're not scared of the plow, so we'll make them do it anyway. But we know they're holding a Fluster Storm because there's one missing from Exile. Yeah, cool. Okay, this looks like a tough matchup, I think. I don't know if it should be. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. Probably that, actually. Really quite possible. Needle on Street Wraith, is that even good? Needle on Flooded Strand, not Flooded Strand, the other one, Polluted Delta. And like a random Null Rod. Over a bunch of plows. Or do I just like the three Containment Priest idea? Or maybe the 4 Containment Priest idea. And just be like... yo, what up? I've got some 2/2s. 3 Containment Priests and a Flusterstorm. Out goes Disenchant. 3 plows. I think this is fine. It's not great, obviously. This hand's properly questionable. I think I might ship this. I think they're going to go slowly, so I think I can actually keep the library on 7 on the play. Because I don't think they're ever, like, jamming, you know? I've got far too much permission for them to be going that hard, I think. I hope. And I have got a Force of Will to protect it, but then the issue with the Force of Will to protect is that the double power ramp hand is kind of tough for the home team. I think they're going to have such a mana advantage over us. They take a look with the sewers. We get card for turn. Puts us up to 7. Ancestral, Jesus. I've got to let that go. Otherwise I'm not on my library. I'm going to draw with library. Go Tundra. Pearl Standstill. And I imagine I fight over the Standstill here. I do want that in play. They cycle a Street Wraith. And we wait. I've got the Flusterstorm, which is probably one of the best cards in my deck. Especially under the Standstill sort of things. They've got Force of Negation pitching Time Walk. I am going to fight back pitching the Force of Negation here. So I'm pretty game for a Standstill to be in play. They've got double Force. And now we need to hope they haven't got everything in hand sort of thing. So I wasn't expecting the double Force from underneath that. They've got Thassa's Oracle Consult and we die. Fuck. Okay, well, rip us. See you for round 5. Okay, 5th and final round of the Marathon League. We're up against the BiggestBird. So we're going to keep this one. Not sure why. I think it's because I've got a library and, you know, I'm a sucker. So there's that. Let's see what we're up against. We're up against a full art Ponder, which is cool. I got one of these in the post when I was young, which was nice. Yeah, I think is this the one that came out at the same time as the foil Wrath of God? No, that was 10th, wasn't it? The full art Wrath. And I think. So how did I get Ponder and Cryptic then? Was that for different amounts of play? Because I've had both of them for the longest time. What's the play? I guess we probe first and see how dead we currently are, as to whether we want to be stripping or librarying. I'm pretty excited about a library. Oh gosh, getting misstep, right? That wasn't part of the plan. Let's pop their island in the graveyard then, and be sad about our library plan. Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? Oh, I shouldn't do this when I'm... Oh, we've passed back. Right, this is my library. I won't... I can play the top, can't I, actually? Because I can get me back onto the library next turn anyway. Oh, but if I just run it into permission, then it's awful. Okay, so the top gets through, but I don't think that was a very good play, to be honest with you. And, okay, but we've just kind of screwed them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll out this this standstill. And if that resolves, that's fantastic news. I've not played very well, have I? Yeah, no, this has been a total disaster, actually. So it looks like it could be another Doomsday gamer, and I'm just fucking throwing cards into play. If only there was like a way I could have like not really committed any resources and just drawn extra cards continuously. If only I had that sort of thing available to me. Um, blue, blue, blue off of the Lotus. My Lurrus gets a land. Oh, I hate everything that I've done in the last 2 rounds. I don't know if I've made a single correct decision. I just want this in play. So they got another basic island, which is interesting. They unlike a PO style thing then, rather than any specific amount of doomsdaying. That's a whole breacher. Wowza. Okay. Let's have a look then with our library and upkeep, see if we can find a plough. We cannot. We can find a saga. So I think I'll take the saga for now. Ooh. Yeah, no, that wasn't very good either, actually. Jesus. I should have taken the consign because I can't draw into the consign if they go like mana create the wheel. Or something like that. I think I'll go and grab my Lotus this turn. So I've got Force of Will on lock sort of thing. Or Force of Negation on lock. If they can come up with a Wasteland here, it's really quite big. And then... do I grab Lotus or Consign? I guess I grab the Lotus. So Tundra... also unlike... what's it called? That blue-white initiative tinker thing. Which is a deck they're allowed to play, absolutely. So end step I'm going to take a quick look and see what's there for me. There's a plough. I'm quite interested in ploughing actually. So let's go Lotus, Consign, Plough. My Saga is going to tick up. And then we'll play Flooded Strand. And pass the turn. And then... and then I need to come up with a way of this not going horribly. But I don't have enough coloured sources at the moment to play both Plough and Force of Negation. They're going for an Ancestral. So I'm just going to go for the plough here, I think. I can pay for a Flusterstorm. I can't beat a Force of Will. Is there any reason why I can't beat this here? So coming off of the 2 cards that we just had available to us, and I'm going to pay for all of these copies because I think removing the thing from play is a pretty big game. They are going to draw 3. If this is like Flusterstorm into days, I'm going to like cry or something, but no, it just gets through. They've got Caracas. I mean, they could also be playing Standstill, couldn't they? Let's be real. I think I'll just take the draw and decide later. Just I wasn't expecting that to be there. I thought I'd shuffled that away. So I get a 2/2. Which becomes a 3/3. Do I want Soul Ring or do I want some coloured mana? I think I want some coloured mana. No, I'm going to take the Soul Ring. And now I'm going to look with top. And see if I can find myself a Standstill. I can't find a Standstill, but I can put a Force of Will on top of my deck at least. Let's just cast a Lotus and pass the turn. And they've got another Lorien revealed, which is fine, I think. I don't think that's a big drama for us. Force finds Tundra. Oh, Lorien finds Tundra. They've got 5 cards post-draw. They've got the Tundra there. Soul Ring's fine. Because whatever they tinker for, I can like disenchant, right? So I'm annoyed about the beginning of this game. I've not played very well. It's one of those things I was like, I shouldn't play cards because, you know, it was a late night and a late morning sort of thing. But I also wanted to get this league over with, I think is the best way to put it. So let's bash. They've got 3 cards. Doesn't look like anything particularly proactive is happening there. Now I think we can... do I just want to cast this dragon? Like, that's the thing I'm struggling with here. Do I just want to just hard cast a dragon? I think I might. I've got Force of Will and Disenchant up. They kind of need to plough the dragon rather than anything else. Obviously that's going to be their removal card of choice. It's not like I'm running into like a Doomblade or something, but they can't Force of Will it particularly well. Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, no. No, I guess is the answer to that one. And then do they have costs here? I can't beat another Flusterstorm. I mean, I can beat that. And I will try to. And I'll pay the 1. My Fluster resolves. Oh, no, it doesn't. My Force of Will, sorry. I've got a Hull Breacher. Okay, Hull Breacher gets in. Force of Will happens. I should have looked. Stupidity. I should have looked at the I just run into Mindbreak Trap here as well. I should have looked with the top to see if there's a plow in response to the Hull Breacher to draw into the plow so that they can't just untap and wheel me dead. That's not what we did. Let's go get wheeled. So I should just have a Disenchant in hand and they shouldn't have a Time Twister available to them here, but that's the life we're currently living. Island. Ponder, okay. I think my top card's Force of Will, so if we survive this Ponder... But the thing is we've just got to trust that my top card's Force of Will, rather than anything else. Because if I look, then I don't have Force of Will open, so... They've got a Hull Breacher. I'm like 90% this is a Force of Will. And then we just start attacking. Good library game played here by me. I think this was textbook, really. You know, turn 1 library, 7 cards, no reason to do anything. And I think we're on the draw as well. And I just really fucking played that to perfection. We've now got the Force of Will. When we get to end step, we'll be able to have a little cheeky look on our top. And just try and close this game down. Although actually, they're at 8. I'm attacking for 8. So maybe I'm not supposed to tap any mana here. Because of the plows of the world. Let's attack for 8. Opponent has a plow. I have a hard cast Force of Will. My opponent has a Force Negation. Okay then. So I drop to 15. I go to 15. They drop to 5. And we've got to dodge this again as well. So we're back onto dodging Time Twisters to stay in the game. Teferi. Wow. I think I'm just going to take the Snapcaster Mage because then I can snap Plow. And then I'm going to be able to kill the Teferi, and that's going to be a large amount of that. So they bounce my token. Hull Breach is going to hit me down to 12. They've got 1 card going up to 2, but we've got Snap Plow here, so let's do all that. Plow your Hull Breacher. And I think my top card is Tamiyo, right? I guess I can have a look. It doesn't really matter that much. But I think I will try and put the Tamiyo into play as well. I don't really want Caracas. I will take a Flutterstrand in the future, though. Let's just grab Tamiyo. And call it a day there. So opponent's got 2 cards. Versus my 0. And they waste a Tundra. And that's all cool. Let's attack for damage. I'll attack you with that one and that with that one. We'll get the Teferi off the board. I think I want to grab my Flooded Strand. I'd be surprised if they have a whole Breacher here. Oh, they bounced Tamiyo. Yeah, sure, that's fine, right? I forgot Tamiyo was a legend, actually. Quality plays. And then we'll take a look here. There's a Jace. Let's play Flooded Strand. Play Tamiyo, make them tap it again. Two cards over there. One's a Delta. So now they could have Hardcast Force of Will open. But I have a Tamiyo. So I guess if I just throw the Jace at them and they Force of Will, then I get to flip a Tamiyo. Oh, Tamiyo goes now. Cool. Let's attack with Snapcaster Mage. I think this looks good actually. This looks really good for us. So they're going to go to 6. We're going to play a Jace. And then Brainstorm. And we'll put back Tamiyo Island, I presume, and just give this a fetch. Get the Tundra, and we'll look with the top to see if we can just find that standstill to ice the game. I mean, Time Walk's just as good, I think. Play Pearl. Play Caracas. Flip this. And Walkadoodle-doo. Good, good, good. Opponent's still on one card over there. Top's one of these. Let's just draw 3 to start. I don't think there's much that can go wrong from this position. We've got Force of Will, we've got Spell Pierce, we've got Jace. Couldn't find the standstill to really ice it, but opponent's at 4. They've got 2 draw steps to go. And they find their Meticulous Archive. I think, and they've been a Misty Rainforest, so they didn't like what they see. And stuff's getting quite close and quite tight for them now, isn't it? I think I'm happy to draw the Spell Pierce. In we bash. Opponent falls to 1. I mean, I probably should have brainstormed before then. There's our boy. Standstill. And I'm hoping this is a hard cast Force of Will. Ah, it's just a Force negation. Do I care? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. think I will hardcast that. Standstill gets in, that guarantees us 3 cards this turn. Flooded Strand, fetches it away. Oh, it plays a mana crypt for us, sure, cool. That's game. So we'll go to game 2 here. Sideboarding against blue-white tinker nonsense. I think just additional ways to kill a Whole Breacher and a Flusterstorm to win stack battles is good. Dropping what? Negation so it doesn't kill initiative threats. I like that idea. I'll see you for the final. Well, maybe not the final game. It's a bit aggressive. One of the final games. Okay, game 2 against the BiggestBird. And am I supposed to slow roll the Ancestral, or am I supposed to just jam the Ancestral and pitch the Tamiyo? Who knows? Who knows? We definitely keep this though, right? Because we can just force through this Ancestral and be happy with ourselves. Tamiyo's been quite cool this league though, especially that. Well, maybe I've not had it in play that many times. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been played over like a 5-day period. I started this league on Monday. It's now Thursday, sort of thing. So they've got a Tundra there. Mulligan to 6. Tundra into Petal. Do we think they have a Mox as well? Into Lavinia. So I think I'll fight Lavinia, and I think I will just pitch the Tamiyo, right? Lavinia doesn't resolve. Island. And then do I just Ancestral now? I guess I do, and hope they don't have a negation. Because I don't want to give them the Flusterstorm is what I'm thinking. They just have the misstep anyway. Okay, so that's not cool. Really. There's a good chance that fight's actually really wrong, right? And I'm supposed to be like, I fight over the Ancestral, I draw into the white. No, but I can't fight over the Ancestral because of the Lavinia. Oh, Strip Mine, what a dagger. No, I think I do have to fight that Lavinia. Because if I don't fight the Lavinia, I still don't have Ancestral protection. So I just need to assume that they'll fight the fight over Lavinia sort of thing. And not that they'd have a Lotus there. So let's... Not a Lotus, sorry, I've drawn a Lotus. Not that they'd have a misstep. So let's cast Black Lotus. Because this gets us into large amounts of mana if we're allowed it. I would fight it, yeah. Good job. So that was negation pitching Force of Will. And the thing is, the moment we draw a land, we have a bunch of lands, right? Because we just go land Soul Ring. Oh, look at that land. That land, though. That land does things to me. I don't know if I've won a game yet that I've activated a library in. Let's go with the upkeep one so that we can't get breached. Breached in the hull. Ow. That wasn't very nice. Now they're playing more cards, another Tundra and a Lavinia. Okay, that's fine. This turn we're going to go like Soul Ring, Cycle, Tundra. And I think I just plow now. No, probably not. I probably don't. I should probably keep my resources close to my chest sort of thing. Hold up a Flusterstorm in case they try to do something kind of busto. Take our 2 damage. So how's this next turn going to play out though, right? It's going to be I untap can plow your guy, activate library. I'm going to just play Tundra and pass. Let's do that then. But all of these fights are going to start with me activating library and then playing a Hull Breacher. I think we take 2 more. So, end step, draw a card. That just happens. Okay, that wasn't the plan. And now we'll plow Lavinia. And they force back, pitching Lorien revealed. And now I think I will path Lavinia. And they Flusterstorm me. Cool. So they're like massively attached to this Lavinia. They fucking love it. And we can still activate library here. I think I'll just cast a walk. And I've got more cards than our opponent, so I'm going to go Snapcaster Mage Ancestral. And if this is the time where I finally get breached, then I finally get breached, you know. They're paying costs, so they plow my Snapcaster Mage. Okay, so I can't get Hull Breached, I just get all the cards. Which I'm fine with. And now we go and take on our next extra turn. Discarding Flooded Strand. We can just draw. Oh, that one doesn't work. Let's go Caracas. Draw a card. Brainstorm. Put back Disenchant and Wasteland, I presume. And then unearth a dragon. And I guess I can just plow the Lavinia, right? Just otherwise I'm discarding cards to hand size. They've got more permission. Oh, they've just got more plows, right? Yeah, sure. Opponent's hellbent with 4 lands in play. We are not hellbent with more than 4 lands in play, so I don't know where this game's going at this point. Narset Parter of Veils is quite the draw. And they find a Teferi Time Raveler. Okay, so Teferi's going to get Spell Pierce next turn. We can only draw 1 card per turn. So let's just... I guess we can just start killing their permanents. Casting real dragons. Yeah, no, I'm fine with this. This brings us off the library, so I probably tapped my lands wrong. But this just means that Teferi's going to get Spell Pierce, Narset's going to get them another card, and then Narset will die, Teferi will be in the graveyard, and I'll have a 5/5. Flusterstorm enters. But they don't have the land to protect Teferi with. So we know they're holding Flusterstorm +1. Which is awfully good for us. So let's get this Narset off the table. And then look to cast some Lorien Revealed, I guess. Loriens into Standstills and stuff like that. Cast Lorien. Probe you. I mean, they don't have anything because we've resolved all these cards. Flusterstorm, Snapcaster Mage. So let's play... Sure, whatever. Let's play this. Draw with Library. Cast a Standstill. And... And that looks pretty tough for them to come back from. They're going to give me 3 of their best here, or 3 of my best. They're going to like Snapcaster Plow or something, I don't know. Snapcaster Ancestral. But my Force of Will make them have to fluster back. And I think we're in a very, very commanding position. Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is quite the draw. Force of Will pitching Jace, and then we'll get flustered. And then that's fine. If they manage to come up with something else this turn, we get to trap it. If they don't come up with something else this turn, we get to cast Jace and fluster their permission back. So... You know, we trade 3 cards for 3 cards, but they're exceptionally baited now to continue doing stuff. They play a Wasteland, killing one of these cards at the bottom, I imagine. Or they might be on such a mana deficit that they can't afford to do that. No, they can afford to do that. 3 cards, one of them's a Snapcaster Mage. So Sapphire, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Draw with Library. Brainstorm, Wasteland, Standstill. Yeah, perfect. So put some cards back. Wasteland, your Tundra. They've got a white source, which is cool. Good on them. I guess we've got to go to combat so that they can't plow me post standstill, or standstill on the stack or something. I don't know how that works. I don't know why I'm so scared. Never mind. Let's attack for 5, play the standstill, have Flusterstorm open. Standstill. Let's go. That's got to lock it up. I've got so many cards. I finally made it onto the library. The 5/5's coming in. Their Tundra's about to die. It's getting hot. About to melt it. Is there a little wolf in the middle? Oh no, there's a mark on my screen. Okay. Wasteland me. And this has been a very fun league, you know. I was hoping to get the trophy, but Green Ash had different ideas, which is fine. You can't win them all. Let's just do that. before we do anything else. And then Brainstorm with Jace. Am I having fun? Yes. Yes, I am. Lots of it. 2 cards can go back because 0 of them matter at this point. In for 5. We've got the big dagger strip mine coming in. Next turn, I think I'll just discard one of these plows, I think. Don't need all of those, do I? Probably don't need the cruise. Polluted Delta. And then Brainstorm with Jace. We are really living right now, actually. Strip Mine comes in, attack for 5. Discard a Mox Pearl. Opponent dead next turn. So let's just send this one. Discard the Pearl to hand size. And then wish our opponent luck on their final turn of the match. You have a Polluted Delta. What damage can you deal? Okay, and it's in this position that our opponent gives up the ghost. We win. We get a nice 4-1 with Standstill. Okie dokie, so 4-1 with the Standstill list. I enjoyed that a lot. This is like proper boomer brain chemically type magic. Just kind of max control. I appreciate I didn't play a few of those rounds very well at all, but I think the one that I punted hardest was the Green Ash one. I just don't think I was particularly in tune. But, you know, we had some fun. We played some Standstills, played some Snapcaster Mages, cast some Disenchants and some Jaces. So, I don't know what more you want from your thirdly blue-white control decks than that. I'm sure you could build this deck differently. I feel like there's something I've missed in deck building, but there's no actual Standstill list from the last couple of years, to be honest with you, so there's not much to go off of. But the reason I ended up here was like Saga's being restricted, right? Saga was the thing that's keeping maybe not Saga is the thing keeping Standstill out of the format, but Saga made Standstill definitely unplayable, right? If you go back to the shortly after the Mogged era, the initial Mogged blue-black Lurrus deck, I think it was Discover and started playing some Standstills in Lurrus. There's no reason why this deck couldn't be a Lurrus deck, right? You could just drop these 2 Timeless Dragons and a Jace, and your deck's probably vastly better with a Lurrus. But this was cool. I enjoyed this a lot. See you again for some more magic.